We have been delivering moments of wow in 28 schools across the Solihull Borough, focusing on theatre, dance, visual arts and music. It was an idea originated with our steering group board members. We wanted to go out and experiment with different sized interventions with schools and young people. We believe that art is inherently important to our curriculum, and this project allowed us to bring inclusive and creative opportunities to our young people across the borough, really aiming to bring joy and moments of wow into schools. This project has been funded by the West Midlands Combined Authority. We've been thrilled to be able to work with them.
So today's exhibition has been the culmination of the Seed of Imagination project that we've been doing with 3 primary schools across Solihull. So we started the project by landing these big orange domes on the school playgrounds, and the children had no warning as to these things arriving. What we really wanted to do was create these kind of moments that really gave them this wow, you know, what is this? Secondly, to start them thinking and set off sort of lots of creative thought processes. The whole project has been based on sustainability, climate change, global warming. We've actually had loads of parents and children come in to see the exhibition. Sort of 9, 10 and possibly 11-year-olds who've produced work to a professional standard, and it's being exhibited in a professional gallery. How amazing is that?
Walked into the room and saw my artwork. I felt really proud.
It's the first time I went to a gallery, and it's also the first time my painting has been posted on the wall in public.
Felt amazed and shocked and everything, and it was absolutely amazing.
The whole family came to see my artwork. They said that they're proud of me.
The children gained many different skills throughout the process, such as working as a team, working collaboratively and producing a range of artwork to a GCSE level standard.
We did everything as a team. That's why we came up with such a good picture.
I noticed lots of things when the children were working together, so they were talking to one another, there were groups and partnerships that don't usually perhaps work together, much calmer atmosphere, the behaviour over the course of the 10 weeks of the children working together, that changed as well. They were far more able to take risks with their work. They listened to each other and they made mistakes together and worked it out, so I thought that was really important as well.
I think it's just so important for the children to learn about their world around them, to make them really curious and to make them responsible citizens, because they are the future.
We've represented the world, which is, this is the bad and polluted side, and this is the bright and nice side.
We were doing stuff like coral reefs and like looking at the ocean.
It's just combined into a wonderful project which is going to last in their memories forever.
Art teaches like no other subject. And we talk a lot about making mistakes in the work and how it really doesn't matter. It teaches resilience and sort of bouncing back from things and actually thinking about the things that went wrong and solving problems.
Art can sometimes be a little bit tricky. That's why you're meant to persevere with it. Art is expressive and whatever you want it to be.
When I'm making art, it makes me really happy and excited and calm.
Been really honoured to have the Mayor of Solihull visit today. So she's really passionate about sustainability. She's floated a most amazing idea. She is heading the delegation for COP30 in Brazil.
I would love to take this exhibition to Brazil next year.
So watch this space, that would be fabulous.
We're a South Asian arts and heritage charity based in Birmingham. We work to celebrate South Asian arts and amplify unheard stories from our communities, but also to break down barriers between communities.
We were tasked with creating a project which would have a big impact on the whole school community, particularly the young people. We brought in Bollywood and Bhangra dancers, and we worked with 10 schools with children aging from the age of 3 right up to 16. We worked with over 1,000 young people during this project, and we reached more than 1,300 audience members. And I think we challenged perceptions. One young man came and found me. He wasn't even a participant and said, I want to get involved with something like this myself. This is my culture. I've never seen this happening in my school. The boys were absolutely throwing themselves into it. For some teachers that was a surprise, as they thought they might not want to get involved. So it was for everyone. The whole schools will remember it for a long time.
We had Sampad in for a dance experience. So we had year 8, so they were 12, 13. They'd never done a flash mob before. Some of them didn't know what it was like, but they love a prank, and that's how I sold it to them. So they had a great time learning the routine, and they thought that they were so sneaky because none of the teachers knew about it. I think it was a new experience for most of them. It was like a Bollywood street mix of dance, so they had some kind of cultural learning from it. So we recorded it from the roof. People were looking out the windows, the whole school saw it. They thought it was absolutely amazing.
Today I'm at Hazlitt Green Junior School with year 3, year 4, year 5 and 6. So dance is a really good way to express South Asian culture.
It widens their diversity of dance, doing that specific style of Bollywood. She did a brilliant warm-up to the Bollywood music, explained a bit about where it comes from, and then showed us some of the moves.
Had all the teachers actually get involved from rehearsal to performance. So actually that gives the children the opportunity to understand that the teachers are actually on the same level as them. They're learning something brand new as well. So as a flash mob, it's about working together, putting them all in one space, can really break down all boundaries and be proud of something that they've created.
By the end of the session and by the end of the flash mob, all of my class, all the children took part and they absolutely loved it.
I have seen children in their rehearsal time actually be quite shy and timid. However, after practice and after playing the music, you can see their facial expressions change. Especially when it comes to the performance time, they had massive grins on their face because they actually enjoyed their routine. So all the parents loved it. I think the parents knew something was going on but didn't know exactly what was going on.
To see their faces and their parents see them, and they just loved it.
They were all really overwhelmed and actually proud of their children for actually completing something in a different style in a flash mob Bollywood dance.
And it will mean that they'll remember this for ages to come, and they might then, when we learn about it again in dance or in RE, they'll have this moment today to look back on and remember.
The company has located itself, and most of its work in I think there's about 25 schools between secondary special needs schools and primary schools in North Solihull. And I think there's roughly 15,000 children. The SEP gave us the ability to extend that work. We create through a drama the space to explore the concepts which are pertinent to their lives. So in Hansel and Gretel, the area of being abandoned, they're talking about themselves and exploring themselves, but they're not necessarily aware that they're doing that because they're doing it through helping these other two children. They have now taken into being a creative exploration through dance, art and music. So we're talking about very young children who are now making the music of the forest, or they made the music of the witch. So they created this music themselves with a musician. With a dance teacher later, so they made the dances of the music of the story that they've been involved in and drawn pictures of it. So that extended work has enabled them to find their creative self. We've been told a lot by teachers and the artists that work and did the extended work that the children were telling them that they didn't know that they could play, that they were musical, and now want to learn musical instruments. We had one group of children who decided to write the end of the story from the point, obviously we know Hansel and Gretel come home, but they wanted to write what happened next. So I've been writing scripts, and these are children that teachers have told us that it's hard enough to get them to write in class, but suddenly are producing plays.
Before I came in, I was a little bit nervous because I didn't really think that we would do all these exciting things.
I had to work hard to earn that trust, trusting me to be creative in that session and understanding that they're safe to do that. Given the demographics of where we are, I think the children don't have the opportunity to really do things like that. So I think it's just quite a sort of unique opportunity for them to really immerse themselves creatively.
I felt like
Very wonderful, because when we got warmed up and we did a little dancing, it really brightened my day up.
Play today was about Hansel and Gretel, the story.
We had to dance like Hansel and Gretel.
Then we had to like make a tree and like sway like a creepy tree like it would in the forest. We turned into birds and then they all formed into a circle, and then we made a magic spell. And like doing like laughs of like witches and stuff. It was really nice to see what we could all come up with and what creation we could make.
And then at the end of the session, I use yoga to just bring them back down and refocus. And it's a chance to finish the session really positively, and they can go off for the rest of their day nice and happy and proud.
We've been really grateful for this opportunity. I think the children have really enjoyed it. It's just nice to observe certain children actually noticing certain talents that they've got, which may become unnoticed if we don't have things like this to happen in school.
I felt pretty proud of myself because Alison kept praising me that I kept listening well and that my trees were wonderful.
And watching their faces when they see the children being happy and the connections it can build is a really wonderful privilege as a facilitator.
Their talents are shining through in different ways, and perhaps they may not be academic, but actually creatively they ooze with talent, which is really nice to see.
Really excited because I've never really done dancing before, and now I know how to.
I really improved and persevered, and I felt really proud of myself because this hasn't happened to me before.